Hello and welcome to Amby Marie Knits. My name is Amber. This is episode number 43. It is Saturday, March 9th. Yes, I'm recording a day later than normal. I usually do on Fridays, but that's okay. Yesterday I got busy. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Amby Marie Knits. You can also email me at ambymarieknits@gmail.com. Also, do want to let you know I do have a Ko-Fi account now, so if you want to donate for future giveaways, that'll be linked down below. Speaking of giveaways, so I do appreciate everybody who commented, of course, on the 300 subscriber giveaway. And all the new subscribers I have, welcome to my channel, if you're new or old here. We're actually kind of close to 500 subscribers now, so when that happens, there will be another giveaway. Not quite sure for what yet, but it's gonna happen sooner rather than later, it looks like, but who knows. Okay, that being said, this of course is a YouTube channel about yarn, generally knitting, crocheting, sometimes sewing, and we've got a finished object and some new exciting whips, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So first off, finished object. I finished my pants. Okay, so these are, oh, where's that? That was back. There we go. These are the Second Avenue sweatpants by Brianna Luppino of Little Wolf Knits. Yarn used is Jody Long Summer Delight. It's a 90% cotton, 10% cashmere. They feel so good. Look, they have pockets. Okay, there's pockets. So I am going to put a video in of me wearing them. I'm not taking said video yet, but I will, and you'll be able to see it right here. But I love them. Pattern was great. I like that it's at a big gauge. The pattern calls for Brussels yarn. I know I didn't say that right. You get the idea though. Calls for that, and I think it would be great in that as well. But honestly, this cotton wool blend, or cashmere blend, it's great. They're soft. Definitely an around the house wear because, hi, I see you. But still worth it. Still love them. I'm excited. And let's see. I don't know if I can do the full showing pants while sitting. There we go. So that's a cool little cuffs. Oh, I did change as far as changes that I made. I did change the cuffs. It was a 1x1 rib, and I just like 2x2 better. I like how it draws in more. And I did decrease, I think, a little bit more down here just because it was too big around my ankle. But other than that, oh, and I do have to change one thing. So the pockets. The original pocket's a little bit too small for me. Like I couldn't fit my phone in it. So it's this little one right here. So I am going to take this out and make it longer because I made the second pocket. I actually was measuring it against my phone to make sure my phone would fit in there. So there's the one. I added like 2 inches to the pocket. So that's the only modifications I did. Not too much. But really fun pattern. Definitely do recommend it. They're cozy. Oh, can't wait to wear them later. Okay. So that's that finished object. I also made a lot of beaded bracelets this week. I'll put a couple pictures or whatnot here because I've given them all away, just made them from people at work. So it's the beaded chains bracelet, free pattern on Ravelry. They're quick and easy. You string 100 some odd beads on some, let's see, I used Aunt Lydia's size 3 cotton. You put it on there and then you make a triangle, then you make a chain, and then you make a chain, and then you connect. It's cool. So I'll make sure that's linked below as well if anybody wants to try that out. So that is all the finished objects. Now we're going to go into whips. We are going to start with whips that you have seen before I go into the new ones. So the first whip actually gets a progress. This is the there we go, Fiber Festival Shawl by Stephen West. And the yarn on here is this color right here is Bohemia. It's all Pretty Twisted yarns. The kind of paler one, it's got speckles in it, that is Retrospect. And then a little bit of a contrast purple in the back of the brioche is a One of a Kind by Pretty Twisted. I have these two here. So there's the Bohemia and the Retrospect. This pattern's fun. I've never made the Dotted Rays by Stephen West, but from what I'm told, it's the same kind of short row shaping. So you're starting up here and you're doing these short rows with these bobbles. I'm almost done. I was trying to get done before I recorded, but I had to record. With this section right here, I just have a little bit more on the short rows to do, and then I get to start a brioche section, which we all know brioche is my favorite. And I have more on that here in a few. But this is this one. It makes me happy. didn't work on it for like 2 weeks. So, did I put a stitch marker in? I did. Oh, I wanted to show you that actually. So I put a stitch marker in before I started working on it. So I was right here last time you saw it. And this little stitch marker, I don't know who made it, but I know who gifted it to me. Would it turn around? There we go. It's a cute little honeybee and a flower. My friend Lacey gave me that. So, pretty cool. I think it was Lacey. I hope it was Lacey now. We'll find out in the comments maybe. But this is this one. Next whip is these socks, which are of course still in my Princess Bride bag, by Slip Stitch Studios. I actually got all that done. So of course we've already seen the first one's done. It's been done. It's been done for a while. These socks are taking me forever, but we're here now. So I've got the cuff done. I've got the leg done. I think I've got about 5 rows or so left on the heel, and then the foot and the toe. So maybe this will be done next week. It's a possibility. No promises though. Colorway, it is Felicia with Nick Picks, colorway Zen, using 2.25 needles, magic loop, which has become my preferred method. I used to love DPNs, and I still like DPNs, but I'm afraid I'll lose them, and I am so, like, I don't just knit at home, I knit everywhere else, and these are my on-the-go socks. Like, I was hanging out with a friend yesterday, she needed a ride somewhere, and I got to knit the whole time. We went out to eat and stuff like that, so that was fun. So, sorry, got distracted by life stuff. More whips. So now we're going to go to whips we have not seen yet. We're going to do this one. So I am doing a sample knit for Haute Knit Yarn, and I'm making the Lizzy Sweater. So these are the colors. It's the pink and the multicolor. So the pink that's what I call pink, and it's on the 80% merino, 20% bamboo. It's the Elsa sock fingering weight. And then this color right here, which, look at that, it's so pretty, is called Light Bright. And 75-25. Oh, there's her logo right there. So I'm making the Lizzy Sweater. I showed you it last week. And this pattern, I like it. So it's one of those patterns, it's like complicated and tickles your brain, but it also isn't hard at the same time. So we are this far. I have finished 1 repeat of the yoke pattern. So we've got the ribbing. And okay, let's see. And I'm sorry, my lighting is awful. It's blowing it out a little bit. Okay, so we have these brioche triangles, and then these like garter and stockinette triangles for the yoke. And then the sleeves are in just garter. That's going to be the sleeves there. So can I put this on? It's on a 24 inch. I should be able to. Nope. We're not going to risk that. Nope. I should have put on a bigger cord. But hey, this is still, that's how it goes right here. I love it. Like, it's not intuitive as far as each row quite yet. I think it will be. But once you start a row, it's very easy memorizable to do the entire row. So you just kind of have to check and be like, okay, this is what I do. So it's going really good. So that's this one. Very excited of the progress on it. My next whip is a new one that you haven't seen yet, unless you follow me on Instagram. Bag made by me. No, not all my projects are in bags right now. It happens. But me and my son went and watched Dune Part 2 Thursday, a couple days ago. And I needed movie knitting. And let me tell you, did I do some movie knitting. So, I cast on a Musselburgh by Zolda T, because that's like the best movie knitting there is. So, this is it. It's so cool how this is pulling. So, this yarn is, I'll show it to you in the cake, A Girl and Her Wool. It was a one-of-a-kind, she no longer dyes, but she did a dye with me on YouTube, and this was the December 1st, 2020 dye with me episode. So, it's like one of the first hand-dyed yarns I ever got when I started getting into them, so that's cool. So, did the increases. Oh, markers. There we go. So, this is where I was at when we started the movie, and it's about a 2.5-hour movie. This is where we were at when I finished. So I got a lot done. No, wait, that's not where I was at. This was where, well, close enough. So yeah, right here. I've done like 1 row since then. But yeah, and if you haven't made a Musselburgh, greatly recommend it. So you make a long tube, and then you fold it in half to wear it. So I don't know when this will be done, because it's my mindless knitting as well as the sock. So we'll see. It shouldn't take too long though. Okay, that is all of my whips. So let's see. Don't have any, well, my only acquisitions this week was the yarn for the sample. So that's an acquisition, but it's an in and out immediately type thing. Life and stuff. Dune Part 2. It was pretty good. I read the books, watched the other movies, and I'll admit, I forgot how strange Dune gets. Like, the first half is really cool. The second half is still good. Like, don't get me wrong. It's a great movie to go watch. But I forgot the strange things on it, and I only read the book like a year or 2 ago, or reread it. I'm pretty sure I read it in like high school or something as well. So that was nifty. My favorite part though was my favorite part was actually like before the previews, because they did a compilation of Dune, and it was kind of like from the part 1 perspective, but it used all the versions of Dune. So like the 1980s version, I guess there's a version in 2000. Okay, that one I don't think I've seen. I'm not sure about that one. And then Dune part 1, so like it would have one like event or scene, but it would be from all 3 movies, and just show a little clip of it. I don't know, it was a really cool way to like build up to like, hey, let's remember what happened 2 years ago before when you watched part 1. So that was pretty nifty. It's really the only exciting thing I've done this week is go and watch that movie with my kid. Next week's gonna be weird, because next Friday I'm going to the Eureka Fiber in the Ozarks Fiber Festival. I will not record next Friday. It will be Saturday. I am going to try and do a vlog type thing though while I am on that trip, because I've never done one like that. And this is like, I'm not going to say the only fiber festival I've went to. There is a more local one that's smaller, but it's more like class-based, and it's got still some shopping and stuff. So this is going to be the biggest one I've ever been to. And I'm really excited. I'm also scared because there's going to be a lot of people there. But if you're going to be there, let me know. I'm not the one driving, so I'm not going to be able to tell like times and stuff, other than we'll be there afternoon, because the shopping thing I think is 12 to 6 is when the vendors are going to be open on Friday. So let me know if you're going. Let's see, books. Haven't really been reading as much this week. I finished Mercedes Lackey, the Phoenix something. I don't actually remember the name of it. I finished that and started the second one. I'm sorry. I know Sarah J. Maas is amazing, but I have completely lost steam on the second Crescent City book. And I really need to finish that, and my hold's going to expire, because I wound up, like, I had it on hold from 2 different libraries, and the first one expired, and then I got the second one in. I'm like, okay, cool, this is fine. Yeah, I'm not going to finish it. I think I've got, like, 5 days left. I'm still only halfway through it. I will get to it eventually, but it may not be anytime soon. And I think that's all I got for this week. Fingers crossed, I'm going to make a big dent in the sweater. Also, because next week I'm on a little mini vacation, so I don't have to work all next week. I think I only work 3 days, so the sweater is my main focus, because it's a sample and I want to get it done and get it sent off. So I don't know how this one went this time, but I had a lot of information in a short amount of time. I do again want to thank everybody for watching. Of course, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next week.